أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. The tents have been torn asunder. Hussein has been slaughtered without water in Karbala, in the hot sands of Karbala. Ali Akbar is no more there. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Ridham bi qadai wa tasliman li amri. Sallallahu alayka ya mawla. صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله روحي وجسمي وأرواح العالمين لك الفداء يا غريب يا مظلوم يا شهيد بأرض كربلاء يا غريب يا غريب. السلام على من نحر المنهور وصدره مكسور وجسد بقي 3 أيام بأرض كربلاء بلا كفن بلا غسل بلا كافور. For 3 days the body of Hussein lay on the hot sands of Karbala. Oh, Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Accept our condolences, ya Rasulallah, on your grandson Hussein, on your son Hussein's martyrdom. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, accept condolences on the martyrdom of Hussein, all alone in the land of Karbala. Oh, Amir, Ya Sayyida, Ya Fatima Zahra, your apple of your eyes, your Qurratain Hussein was martyred in Karbala today. Accept condolences. Ya Hassan al-Mujtaba, accept condolences on the martyrdom of Hussein. O living Imam, accept condolences. Ya Waliul Asr, accept condolences on the martyrdom of Hussein and the members of the family of Hussein, on martyrdom of Abul Fazl al-Abbas, on martyrdom of Ali Akbar with a spear in his chest, on martyrdom of Ali Asghar with arrow in his throat. Accept condolences, Ya Fatima Zahra. We reflect on the words of our living Imam. He himself narrates this in Ziyar-e-Nahiya, how he cries for Hussein. He says, I cry, Ya Jadda Bakkan Sabha wa Masa. Badal Abdumma. Instead of blood day and night, I cry for you, O Hussein. Then he says, peace be upon those whose tents were torn asunder and whose hijab were pulled by force from their heads. Oh, salams on those who were cut into pieces, and whose lips were parched with thirst. Oh, salams on the souls whose belongings were plundered after killing. And then look how tragically our living Imam says, salams on those dead bodies that were left uncovered in the heat of Karbala. And then Ziyar-e-Nahiya Imam says, salams on the streaks of blood that dried over the dead corpses, and whose color changed due to the heat. The blood changed the color due to the extreme heat. Salams on the pure heads that were paraded on the spear. Today, when we come, we are thinking we are in Sham, Ghariba, in our Imam Bargas and in our houses, the lights have been put out. Why? Zainab is out on the sands of Karbala with the Bibia. There is no light there. Camps and the tents have been torn. How much patience. When I recited was Surah Al-Asr and I ended up Fatawasaw bil-Haqqi wa tawasaw bis-sabr. Sabr is the patience. Look at Sabr of Fatima to Zahra Salamullah. On her lap is Hussein, and Shimmer is cutting his head off. Shimmer is slaughtering Hussein, and Fatima to Zahra has got him on her lap. And then look at the sabr of Saniya Zahra, the second Zahra. How much sabr she displayed on the day of Karbala, standing on Tel Zainabi, seeing how Mawla Hussein was killed. And then how the tents were burned. And then Zainab on Sham Ghariba. How much sabr she showed. Luhuf narrates that after Hussein was martyred, Zainab stood in front on the Tal Zainabiyya crying out, "What are you doing to Hussein? What did they do? They sharpened the hooves of the horses. They removed all the bodies but the body of the son of Fatima to Zahra. And they had horses coming from one side trampling Hussein, and on the other side every bone, every rib of Hussein was broken into pieces." This is what they did to Hussein. They crushed every bone. Yazid. So the fallen soldiers of Yazid started counting the heads. They counted all the heads that they had cut off to put it up on the spear. Umar Asad says there is one head missing. The head of a little 6 months old child. He ordered people to go with the spears, their nezas. They went in the soft desert sand behind the tents and started digging, poking it through the sand. Suddenly one of the spear of the Zalim touched something soft, and a body of a 6 months old child came out with the spear. Ali Asghar, not only were you slaughtered, not only were you killed by arrow, you were slaughtered again. Your dead body was pulled out and the head severed. Another night fell on the land of Karbala, night of Sham Ghariba. Sham Ghariba, what a lonely night, what a tragic night, the night of darkness. Baba is crying, "Where is my Asghar? Where is my Mawla?" Widows are crying for their husband. Sister Zainab and Kulsum are crying, "Oh Mawla Hussein, where are you? Oh Abbas, where are you?" Mothers were crying for their children. Qasim's mother, Farwa, said, "Qasim, where are you? Your mother is now tied with the ropes. Come and save your mother." Little orphans were crying. They were saying, "Baba, Baba." Their voices could be heard, the tragic voices of crying out for their father. Soon Yazid's beastly men came towards the tent. They looted all the belongings of the holy ladies. They even snatched away the hijab of Fatima's daughter. Fatima's daughter was left bareheaded. You know how, Ya Sayyid Abbas, where were you when Shimr came with his spear and hit Zainab's head to remove the hijab? Zainab was wounded in the head. Abbas, where were you to save Zainab? Shimr, the most evil of the Yazid's army, he came towards Sakina and saw her crying, a little girl, and then recognized that she was the yatim of Hussein. She was the orphan of Hussein. Instead of comforting, Azadar, what Shimr did, he took his hand and slapped Sakina very hard on her cheek, and then there was an earring on Sakina's ears. Instead of asking Sakina, give me that earring, he pulled the earring. The earlobes were cut and blood started coming out. One by one, the fires were set on the tents. The helpless ladies ran from one tent to another with the children. Sakina ran to the battlefield. Ya Bata, oh my father, Aina, Ya Bata, my father, where are you? Speak to me, oh my father. The seventh tent, which was the last one, set on fire. Our fourth Imam Zainul Abidin, is lying unconscious on the bed. Zainab got worried. She had to save the Imam of the time. Our fourth Imam, she rushed to the tent. She rescued Zainul Abidin, carrying Zainul Abidin out of the tent. Oh, Zainab, oh Kulsum, set everybody around the burnt out tent and then started counting. Some children were missing. They went out to look for the children towards the battlefield. Oh, Zadar and Hussein, do you know what they found on the way to the battlefield? There were little bodies of the children that were trampled as they ran in the chaos of the burning tent, and children were killed by the trampling of the horses. They could not find Sakina. Zainab and Kulsum gathered the ladies in one small space. Sakina could not be found. Kulsum stood guard over the tent with the ladies, and Zainab went towards the battlefield looking. Oh, Sakina. Oh, Sakina. Oh, dear one of my brother Hussein. Where are you, Sakina? Where are you? Hussein, Zainab was searching. She went near Furat Abbas. Has Sakina come to you? And then she went towards the Maula's body, and she found, suddenly she heard the voice coming from that headless body. Oh, my sister Zainab, slowly, my Sakina is resting on my chest. Zainab, slowly. Oh, Zainab. Sakina brought Zainab, came to the tent's back, brought Hussein's dear one to the tent. All the children now were settled. They were told, pray to Allah, do not forget Allah, thank Allah for the sacrifice for Islam. A time came when some water was brought, and when the water came, and when this wife of Hur brought some water, Zainab took that water and went towards Sakina. Sakina, you are the youngest one. Drink this water. This water should be given to the youngest one first. Sakina immediately woke up, took the water and ran towards the battlefield where the bodies were lying. She said, oh, my aunt Zainab, oh, Puppy Zainab, the youngest one is Aliasgar. He did not get a drop of water. I'll go and give the water to Aliasgar. Oh, everybody was now around the burning tent, the smoldering tents. Bibi Rubab kept on waking up. Zainab said, oh, Babi Rubab, oh, my sister-in-law Rubab, why are you worried? Rest peacefully. Ali's daughter is on guard. You have nothing to fear, Rubab. You have nothing to fear. Ali's daughter Zainab is here with a broken spear, guarding you all. Then Rubab replied, Zainab, I'm not worried. worried about the security. I keep on hearing the sound of a baby crying for his mother. My Asghar is crying for me from the hot sands of Karbala. Oh, my mother, where is your clap? Where is your cradle? Late that night, Zainab had a vision. She saw a man on a horse riding towards them. She cried out, "Oh man on the horse, do not come any nearer. I have nothing left here. Children are sleeping and resting. They had a very difficult day. Let them sleep." That man still continued riding. Zainab showed Jalal, showed anger, lifted a broken spear and warned the rider, "Stop! Do not come any nearer. I am the daughter of Ali. I am warning you. Stop just there." Then a man on the horse continued and spoke to Zainab. "Oh, my daughter Zainab, I've been to Zainab. I am your father, Ali. I am your father, recognize me." Zainab saw her father and rushed to her father. She threw herself at her father's feet and said, "Baba, oh my father, I'm glad you came, but you are very late." She continued, "Baba, where were you when my Ali Akbar was being killed by swords and when that spear was put through his chest? Oh, Baba, where were you when Ali Akbar fell? Oh, Baba, where were you when your Abbas, my brother Abbas, Bani Hashim's hands were cut off and fell from the horse on his head? Oh, Baba, where were you when Shimr sat on Hussein's chest and used the most bluntest knife to cut Hussein's head off? Baba, where were you when the tents were being burnt down? Where were you when Sakina's earrings were pulled? Oh, Baba, where were you when the hijabs were taken from our head? Why hijab? Why Zainaba? Why hijab? And then where were you, Baba, when we are crying for you? Ala la'natullahi ala al-qawmi az-zalimin. Saya'lamu allazina zalamu ayyamun kalibin yankalibun. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Hi Sakina, hi Pyas, hi Sham Ghariba, hi Zainab. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.